Josh Allen's regular season dominance of Patrick Mahomes continues. Now Patrick Mahomes will take that every day, with the trade-off being that he dominates Josh Allen in the playoffs.
Yep.
But the Bills at home knock off the Chiefs and win 28-21. Y'all's thoughts on this game?
It was one of the first times that a team has just like shown complete domination of Kansas City wire to wire. Now the Chiefs had chances. They had a Hail Mary chance in this game, which is crazy that even happened, considering how it played out. But the Bills dominated the Chiefs. I think you would have expected a better defensive output from them, and you definitely did not expect the lack of offensive output for Kansas City in this game. Buffalo ran the ball really well with James Cook. He got it 27 times, as he should, and he ran it really, really well. And then Josh Allen was super efficient, 23 for 26, 273 through the air, a touchdown, and then 2 on the ground as well. But on the Kansas City Chiefs side, the offense that had been cooking all of these weeks looked vulnerable and looked like it couldn't get what they wanted statistically. But I don't have necessarily a lack of confidence in that offense, because the fact that you can get into a 4th and 17 and still pick it up that easy, and it never watching the 4th and 17 before the play, you're like, as Jim Nantz said, or not Jim Nantz, Tony Romo said, oh, Mahomes is going to give his guy a chance. They're going to have a chance to pick this up. We're looking at like a 50-50 shot here. And they pick it up with ease to Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
If you can do that, if you can pick up a 4th and 17 on the road at the end of the game where obviously you're only passing in that spot, all the momentum against you, and you can still pick up that 4th down, it is just you have to have full confidence in that offense going forward. And so even though they laid an egg on Sunday, I don't think you feel any differently about Kansas City. That being said, though, they're 5-4, and they're not in the postseason if it ended today.
Yeah.
And they don't hold tiebreakers right now with the teams they have to compete with. They have lost the game to Jacksonville, which is the reason they're out. They've lost to the Los Angeles Chargers. They've lost to the Buffalo Bills now. They don't own tiebreakers with those teams above them. They'll get to play the Broncos twice. They'll still play the Chargers once. But that's going to hurt them, potentially. They'll play the Colts still. Sure. That could end up being the reason they don't make the postseason. They're 5-4, even though you feel like they're dangerous. We're over halfway through the season at this point. We're just past the halfway point. Yep. You got to actually start putting together wins. Still.
I agree. I agree that it's a thing that the Chiefs' offense doesn't look great, but yet they were still in this game. They had a chance, and so you don't have doubts. I don't necessarily have doubts that they're going to be in a game per se, but I would like it to look easier from a standpoint of right now the offensive line isn't playing great, and you don't know what's going on with Josh Simmons. I hope he's doing okay. His family's doing okay.
He got back in the facility on Monday.
Okay, cool.
So you might play this Sunday. Or they're on bye, so he'll definitely play the next Sunday.
But there's just so much on Mahomes' plate right now. Mm-hmm. And if there's anyone that could deliver with so much on his plate, it's him. But it's still not how I would like it to be. I don't think it's how they would like it to be, because you're just lowering your odds of him being successful over and over. You'd like the 4th and 17 thing to be like a once-a-game thing, but they were in 3rd and long so much in this game. He finishes 15 for 34 passing. They don't convert very many 3rd downs, and it's because they're consistently in 3rd and long and behind the scripts. They're 3 for 13 on 3rd downs, and it's just he only has so much magic. He can't pull it out over and over and over and over again. So I would like it to look better, but it's a great win for Buffalo. Maxwell Hairston looked good to me. He has the pick, but that's a huge piece. He was banged up. He was their high draft pick this past draft at corner. If he's going to be a real piece, that's a huge get for them on the back end of the defense. You couldn't ask for anything more from Buffalo from that side.
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about that because JP made the point about not doubting this Kansas City offense even after losing this game. But, credit to the Buffalo defense. Mm-hmm. Mahomes doesn't have a passing touchdown. they only had 2 total touchdowns. Kareem Hunt has a rushing touchdown. Rashee Rice has a rushing touchdown. Mahomes has under 50% completion. Like, that's a really good performance against that offense to kind of hold them to, even 21 points. Like, that's a good performance against that offense.
Yeah. It's I hate the take that like some people are using, especially Chiefs fans are saying, "Oh, well, we'll get you in the playoffs," which I completely understand. Precedent says that that's the case. But you also can't, there are fans that are saying that they weren't even trying, that this was a warm-up game, a practice game, the only one that I agree with that makes sense is this was a goof-around game, because you showed that with some of the play calls, like having a Rashee Rice wildcat snap that ends up being a rushing touchdown. Buffalo, on the other side, did what works for them, which is using Josh Allen in the running game as it got down to near the end zone, and then handing the ball to James Cook, using your tight ends, using Shakir in the quick game. They did the stuff that helped them win, and people have made the case almost every year that they use this game as a scouting game, as figuring out how Buffalo wants to beat Kansas City this year. I don't think the Buffalo Bills will do anything different, and they should just play how they played. It's simple analysis.
Yeah.
Like that every single week.
Sure.
Rely on James Cook. Use Josh Allen near the end zone. Shakir in the quick game. Use your tight ends. And they shouldn't have a problem with that going forward. The only thing on the offense one to belittle my own point, Kansas City has had 2 60-yard rushers in a game this year.
That's pretty bad.
You know who those 2 rushers are?
Patrick Mahomes
and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
They have had a running back go for more than 50 yards. 3 times it's Pacheco, who's hurt right now.
Yeah.
But they've been averaging like 45 yards a game from their running backs. That on the ground, that just can't happen. It's not consistent enough with how good the passing game is. Like you said, it puts you in 3rd and longs and 4th and 17s. It doesn't help.
And I just don't think they have the room for a goof-around game. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, that defense of the game, because this is not like last year when they went 16-1 or 15-2. I think it was 15-2 because they lost to the Raiders in the season.
They lost to the Broncos
In the season and put them in the playoffs. That's what it was. But you don't really have room for a goof-around game in this playoff picture.
One final question. If they play in the playoffs, do you think this is the year for Buffalo?
I feel better about it than other years.
I don't know. I felt pretty good about it other years.
I'm not.
Me too.
I'm not picking them to beat Mahomes until it happens. It's like when I wasn't going to pick State to win an SEC game until it happened.
But so that means that Buffalo's you said that, and then State won a game.
So maybe it's going to happen.
It's Buffalo's time.
I'll eat my words when Buffalo finally does it. But Mahomes could run out there with us 3 as the wide receiver 1, 2, and 3, and he rushes for 350 yards and beats Buffalo. And it's like, all right, cool.
I felt pretty
with a fluke roughing the passer thrown in there. Don't forget.
I felt pretty damn good when they hosted Kansas City in the divisional round.
Sure.
So if they host them, I think this is the year. But if it's in Kansas City, I don't know. I think this Buffalo team has at least shown some weaknesses in a few spots.
Yeah, I think if this
can
game
go
is
cold offensively.
If this game is in Kansas City, then I think that home field advantage is not the only concern, because that will mean the Bills will have dropped some games. Because I think Kansas City has some losable games in the schedule, and I think the Bills play an easier schedule. They still have the Dolphins, Bengals, another game at the Patriots, Browns, Jets. They've got Eagles, Patriots, Steelers, Bucks are still in the schedule. But that will have mean they've lost quite a few games to lose that tiebreaker as well, to where the Chiefs are now a higher seed than you are. They either lost the division to the Patriots or some weird situations.
The most likely scenario for that is Josh Allen gets hurt for a stretch.
Yep.
And then I wouldn't be as concerned, because assuming he's back, if you roll into a game against the Chiefs and Josh Allen's hurt,
who's the backup?
Is Trubisky the backup there still?
No.
For the Bills, yes.
Yeah,
that's
Trubisky.
wild.
Yeah, I would not feel great about that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, just one more is all of this being said about Kansas City, they get their bye week. Andy Reid has been great off a bye, and they go to Denver, and they can just shut everything up.
Yeah.
By beating Denver in Denver.